countdown starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello and welcome to Lucifer Raceway. Today we have changed out the bucket hat to a new one. This is a Mercedes AMG Petronas Hamilton design special and then of course I have my F1 Christmas jersey on. It's close to Christmas, very close, and hopefully he'll be very nice to all of us, and I wish all of you who are watching live, who are in the chat, who are watching this later on, a very awesome festive season now coming up. No matter if you celebrate Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, or Kaboom, or whatever you celebrate, you're all worthy a break and a couple of days extra off and relax. And what do we have? Look, we got Todd here, Tojo, hello, welcome. Yeah, the thumbnail, that was my new favorite car, the Lola Aston Martin. He's just kicking butt. Slightly Mad is here as well with all his ho-ho-hos. And let's see, I keep on forgetting I can show all these comments. I'm like the worst streamer ever. We got Mike, of course, here. Welcome. And SPB. He had an awesome video. If you haven't seen it yet, he's showing off a very nice escort, a rally escort, and he keeps on saying that it's not a car to drive that fast on his track, but I looked at the video. I felt it went really well. It went fast. Maybe it's just me that's a slow racer. We got ECE, hello, good to see you. B-Rad is here, of course, our good old Brad. I was just watching your latest video and I figured out I have to set everything up here. So I got interrupted in the middle of it. So I haven't seen all of it yet, but I will get right back to it. So what's happening? Christmas is coming, and I'm not traditionally big on like Eric, the wild man, or some others in setting up Christmas. I have one Christmas decoration that I hang up somewhere randomly in the house. Let's see, I'm going to show it on the other camera. It is this guy here. It's one Christmas ball with cats on it. That's it. So not much. But what we do have as a tradition, we have a Christmas Grand Prix, me and my daughter. So we're going to do that. She's coming, I think she's coming any day now, back from her university where she's taking her master's degree. But we do have a Christmas race, and we have a special trophy as well. I wonder if I should, why didn't I bring that up? I should have prepared better, I guess. Can I reach it from here without breaking everything? Oh, remember, I have this guy. And we'll see if anyone can place where it's from. Let's see, switch camera again. Can you see? Yeah, there we go. It's not very sharp. Come on. Camera. Can we get some focus over here? There we go. It's the King Kong carrying a Pirelli tire. It is from the Paul Ricard Grand Prix outside of Marseille. They have the coolest trophy if you win that race, at least in my opinion. So that's the trophy that we compete over, and we've started all the way from when we had the Carrera Go track, and then it's been scaling up, and yeah, my daughter, I practice like almost every day, but she gives me a tough competition. Last year she took a track record, so we'll see if she's going to do that again. So with that, let's get started with the show. Let's get cranking out. What has happened? There's no Nico today. He's still on vacation, and we hope he has a very good, relaxing vacation, and then we're coming back with new charged batteries, and we'll be coming back and join us probably after the new year. So we'll do a little bit of a Christmas break. I might go online randomly over the Christmas days if I get bored. I thought I was gonna have the new Slothead Audi R18, the e-tron, the four-wheel drive. I was hoping to have that for today's show, but it's coming from France. It's somewhere in the Netherlands on some terminal, so probably will come here after the weekend. Well, anyway, so when that comes, I might go online and do some laps. I'm having some really good performance out of the Slothead hypercars. It started with the Acura ARX and then with the Lola Aston Martin. I mean, both those cars are absolutely amazing. And so there's another hypercar from Slothead, so we'll see. The only the strange stuff is that it's four-wheel driven. It's four-wheel driven, so we're going to see how that works out. And what's happening in the chat? Neil is here as well. There we go. Welcome, welcome. Bo is here as well. Hello there, Bo. Fröhliche Weihnachten to you, as we say in Germany. Benny is here. Welcome, Benny. And is there anyone else I have not? I don't want to miss anyone. Make sure that you... yeah, there we go. I think we have caught up on the chat. Excellent. So what were we talking about? Yes, Christmas is coming, tons of racing. We will go online, probably not Friday, but any day, whenever we feel like chatting about. On the bench, what I have had on the bench, I have had some issues with this guy, with the NSR F1 car. And I've been struggling, but what I finally, oops, I lost some more parts here. I've been racing it pretty hard. I did move the motor pod screws from these two locations to the back location, and that actually changed a lot. Oh, I lost the back wing. Oh well, that happens. It's underneath here. We'll pick it up later. So by changing the motor pod screws from these two holes to these back holes, it actually improved dramatically. I have plenty of float in it, so it's loose as I like my cars and my women. So we'll see. That one is part of next week's lineup in Slot Sync Racing. So I'll keep on tweaking on it over the weekend and make sure that we can get some good performance. I had a little bit too much weight in it as well, so I removed the weight. So right now it's completely without weight, and now I'm going to add just little by little, testing different positions where I can place the weight and see where I get the best performance. which is kind of fun. I really want to try to get that car to perform at least at the level of the 7-Up Shumi NSR. So at least get closer so I can choose between those two. I like to have a first car and a second car in each group that I'm racing in SlotSync. So, and let's see what we have. I need to do some times this week for SlotSync. Yeah, Todd, yeah, get busy. It's a lot of fun. And with that, let's hop over to SlotSync and take a look at what's going on there. What do I do then? I do this and I do that, press a lot of buttons, and hopefully now you will see the SlotSync Racing website. First page, as always, the leaderboard. I'm still number 4 all in all total with my Lola Aston Martin, the Slothead. I haven't been even close to these times lately, which is kind of unfortunate. But you know what to do. But it's box stock. I mean, literally, there's no upgrades, no new tires, or no silicones or anything like that. It just performs extremely well. And if we then go look at the calendar championships, that looks like pretty small. But this week we're competing in Group 5 for Carrera 123. That's my BMW M1 and MR slot car. I only have one car from him. Then it's the Jaguar. And then NSR Modern GT, I've been using my McLaren there. And Scale Auto 132, I have 2 cars. I have, well, 3 technically, but I'm not going to race my white kit that I painted so effortfully, if that's a word. I'm probably going to do some laps with the Peugeot if it will survive this week's endurance, because I'm wrecking that poor little car. And for Slothead, it's Modern GTs, which means it's my Nissan GTR. So how are we doing so far this week? On Carrera 132, it's been really busy. A lot of people have been coming in. So I was doing pretty okay in the beginning of the week, but then I've been bumped down by Big Oak and Tucci, Vince, and Pete came in with his I think it's a Beetle that he's racing with, and it seems like it's extremely fast. So I'm going to give my BMW M1 a little bit more love and give it another try and see if I can jump up a little bit in the standings here. These are the short races, which means the number of laps that they're dedicated for your track, and that's done. And actually right now, as you can see, this one is normally grayed out, submit endurance result. That one has opened up now, so now we have until Saturday, basically tomorrow, and to submit the 20-minute and let's see race and see how many laps can you do in 20 minutes. So that's coming up. I haven't done those yet. So that will start after this live. And I have, as I mentioned, I'm racing in five classes. So I got 5 endurance races to do before the end of day tomorrow. And on MR slot car, I'm normally pretty lonely in this class. So surprisingly, I'm number 1 in the race. And I still have the endurance to do, which will happen soon. NSR, it's getting busier in the NSR class. More and more people are joining in. And I am currently on 2nd position there. So we got Vince and Tucci and then myself on 2nd with the endurance. I'm hoping no D slots and a flawless, nice endurance result. Because there have been weeks when I do the endurance and if you have 2-3 D slots and then yeah, that result is not the best, but I do one shot on each class. That's it. Scale Auto, this is where I raced my Peugeot 9X8. And yeah, I'm still number one. We'll see if someone else pops up before the week is over. And the endurance is still to be done. And then finally we got Slothead. And I can't remember. Yeah, oh, that's right. The Slothead has also... I've been alone in the Slothead class for some while. And now we have some other. Vince and Tucci has found this class as well. And they are joining me in. And we have now the Modern GT, which is my Nissan GT-R, which is my second car in the Modern GT. My first one is the Maserati. And Maserati has been giving me really good results. So I might, and this is my Nissan result, so I might pop in the Maserati and see if I can beat, if I can get up to second or even first in that class. So with that, let's jump back to me and get back into the chat. Yeah, it's been a month since Todd has done. Yeah, but that happens, you know, life happens around us and we have other things to do. But it's a lot of fun to do these. Let's see. Really need to add Scalextrics and Pioneer. Oh, the car-wise, I mean Scalextrics cars and Pioneer cars. Yeah, I agree. And they are working on adding more and more classes. And I think that will happen after New Year's when they open up the Sharp version. That's when they're going. But they're not going to add Scaly track. That's going to take a while. I think they need a stable version for Carrera track first before they start investigating. But I know that they're looking into it and they're looking for candidates that can help them out with beta testing, etc. And love this, can't wait when it's converted to Scaly for SPDB. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I read on Discord they are looking into it and they just want to have a stable version first and then they can jump into looking at how can we get this happening for Scaly. They will probably be two separate sites, so we will not be able to compete both Scaly and Carrera on the same for probably for good reasons. And yeah, exactly. You mean cars only? Yep, gotcha. Yeah, got it. And I agree. If they add Scalextrics, I have a couple of really fun the Formula One cars from Scalextrics, the McLaren and the Williams. They run really well. They are really fast, so I like them. Do I have any other Scaly cars that I'd like to add? No, probably not. I want to have Sideways and maybe Avant Slot as well. Sideways cars are finger licking good. So that's that on the standings and this week's races. I have, as I mentioned, I still have my endurance racing to do. And next week, what do we have? Well, we have the Leclerc F1 from NSR. We got on Carrera 132. It's going to be NASCAR, and I have a modern NASCAR, not the old style, but the modern ones. I have this one, and I think it drives pretty well. And then we got the Lola Aston Martin finally coming back on track. My little monster. Love this car. Really, really enjoy it. And then we got I'm probably going to continue punishing the Peugeot. And then finally we got the Jag, Castrol Jag from MR Slot Car. And I'll show you one thing on that poor little Scale Auto Peugeot. Can you see something strange on the front? Can you see this is missing over here because it's here. So yeah, lightweight body, but also very fragile. So, and it's been getting some pretty good beating. But what I do like with the with the Peugeot is that it has really nice float. It really allows the body to move in curves, and that helps a lot. Pod wise, I do have the configuration same as the NSR's, back screws and front screws, and it has suspension on it as well, so it actually moves quite a lot as is. So I got good movement on the motor pod in the back, tight in the front, and proper good old body float on it. So it's a lot of fun to race. But I don't know how many more weeks this body is going to survive. I probably added a pound of super glue to it already, putting it together from all the racing. So what do we have? And here we go. We appreciate each and every one of you. We got some family stuff we got to do today. We love you. Much love and respect. Right back at you, ECE. So thank you for popping by and getting a lot of light back. Is that like beating the bishop? Yeah, yeah, pretty much. So yeah, it gets a pretty bad beating, my little Peugeot. But that's going to be fun. So Carrera, NASCAR, and Slothead prototypes, NSR, F1, and then MR slot cars, and Scale Auto is all classes. A lot of fun. Recommend you all. You still have until the end of the year to sign up and for free and test it out. And if you get hooked, it can be expensive, because all of a sudden I've been buying NASCAR Group 5 and some other classes just to have one car in every class. So now I can race as much as I want. I have not bought any 124 cars, so I cannot compete in those 124 groups, which I think it's good. And there we go. Let's see, yeah, all busy in the chat. Well, so to this week's topic, I wrote the game-changing innovations, and these are game-changing innovations that I would like to see within the slot car industry or hobby. So let's see if you agree with me. I'd like to see, for example, telemetry and data capture live in the cars. So adding some more sophisticated sensors in the car, that would allow one to have real-time telemetry data on G-forces, etc. in curves, and you can see that live on your Smart Race app or whatever app you're using. You could also have a post-race analysis. So after you've done the race, and if it has gone well, you can see, okay, what points, what happened, why did it go well? Or if it went wrong, you can see, oh, in lap 4, I did get too many G-forces at this spot, and then you can say, okay, I need to be careful in this corner and so forth. So it could be a lot more race-like if you could have that type of sensors in the car. And then the one I really would like to have, imagine if you can have integrate VR. I have these VR headsets that you can play around with, and they're a lot of fun. And today with the Oculus 3, and I'm using the Oculus Pro with pass-through. So you can have an augmented reality on the track. So you have an overlay. You can all of a sudden you can have, if you don't have scenery, you could also have scenery. You could have a grandstand with the audience sitting there and clapping, and you could have, and when you go into the pit crew, you can have small guys coming out and working on your car while you're fueling up. So there's so many things you could do if you would do VR. And also in the overlay, you could have, when you have pass-through, you could have the race data coming up right in front of you as you are racing with your headset on. You could actually see the results and you can move them around. It's kind of like the Minority Report where they're moving out around data. So that, I think that would be a lot of fun. You could have commentary. You could have, just an AI type of commentary based upon the data that it's collecting from the track. It could make comments, okay, Anders is in second place after his daughter and so forth. Have the little number screen on the GT show their position. Yeah, exactly. That would be so cool. And I hope you're right. I think someone's working. If they work on that, that would be so cool. What else did I make some notes here? You have the commentary one where you could actually have, the the magnetic racing guys, Ian and Dog, doing commentary on the race, just to record their voices, and so I think that could be cool to have that, and then get the data and all that, and then on top of that, imagine you could have sponsors. Companies that would like to get into the community and sell more, they could be either on track. You could have sponsors, like the magnetic racing guys could have signs and so forth, and all kinds of companies. So that would be an opportunity for them to reach out to a larger audience, and also for us maybe to. As we're enabling sponsors, maybe you get a discount to buy from them, etc. A micro accelerometer on the chip could record G-forces. Exactly. I don't think this is totally undoable. I think this could actually happen. Could happen. I saw someone working on that too. Okay, so we got 2 observations on that, so that's cool. Yeah, so you play GT7 PlayStation's VR, it's unbelievable. Exactly, and this is my point, because there are so many cool VR games already. You can take some of that technology and apply it to a real racetrack, and then you get, I think you could lure over a few younger people into using slot cars as well. And I'll come back to the nostalgia versus innovations a little bit later. Goosey, thank you so much. This is big thinking. Yeah, exactly. AI technology is going up, and I like to see if there's, who knows, maybe there's someone out there watching that could actually make this happen. So we're giving them some ideas, and they're all for free. And by the way, hello to you as well, and welcome, Bryce. Love it. So we have some guys making the chip with the exactly. Imagine being able to even, or you could also see that, but also have that in your car where it lights up. So anywho, let's continue on my my Christmas wish list of innovations to the slot car hobby industry players out there. Adaptive AI power management. Here we go. Now, we could have ghost cars that actually, one, can speed up on the straights and slow down in the curves, and they could actually learn the track that they're driving. So they would continuously improve, and instead of being like Carrera ghost cars today, they have this same pace all around, and the only time they become a difficulty or part of a race event is when they are actually blocking you, or they're driving too slow and you have to overtake them. But imagine if they start to learn the curve and be able to drive the track as you do, and they could also adapt to my skill level, right? So if I'm really good, they will also become really good. So they will try to match my skills. So that's another one. Adaptive AI power management. What's next? Well, so I'll address the pink elephant, or the pink Acura in the room. Is the nostalgia versus innovations. I think nostalgia, yeah, there are a lot of nostalgic reasons why I am, for example, and many others are driving slot cars, reliving our childhood, etc. I'm playing with the toys and cars, which is absolutely fantastic. But that is finite, right? There is a level to it, and it's mainly for us old farts. And then we are happy with that, but then we're complaining that no new users are not coming into the hobby. But I think with innovations like this, we can actually get some new users into the group. And what difference does it make then? Well, I think the more users we get, the more companies like car manufacturers, track manufacturers, scenery manufacturers as well, the more business they will get and the more they can invest into it. So we all benefit from that. They can make more money, and we will get more more fun with that. And then we come to gamification. You could do a lot more with gamification here together with the software and websites. I mean, we have some gamification happening now with Slot Sync Racing, where I am competing with other people around in different parts of the world. Which is awesome. This is a great innovation that is right on, coming into our hobby. But I have my Carrera Go track, and I also have I have regular Carrera Go. I have the Carrera Go Plus, where they had a pit stop, a pit lane or a pit wall, and then randomly you could get engine failure, and then you have to go into the pit and stop and wait for a little while, and randomly you would get puncture or different things would happen as you are racing. So that would happen randomly to the people that are racing on that track. So that's, I think could be a lot of fun, where you can actually do more. Carrera has the technology. They did that with Carrera Go Plus. I have a couple of those three of them, I think, Carrera Go Plus pit walls, and probably could sell some of those because I'm not racing that so much. But anyway, they have that. And also with the Digital 143, they had some gamification where they're combining as well an app, or that you can have where you get a little bit more troubles as you are racing, which happens in a race situation as well. And what do we have? Not to bring up hybrid, but Carrera's AI tech in that system may make its way to the ghost car aspect. I totally agree. I just saw the hybrid system where they were using their ghost cars, and they actually are driving in a much smarter way, and they're learning the track and they're getting better and better. So I think they have the technology, they just need to bring it into the regular slot cars. I think that could be a great opportunity for Carrera to reach more racers into the slot car, and also for us others that are already in here to buy more cars and so forth. So I think that would be a good business idea. Gamification. Next innovation, I would like to see simulated race strategies. So, for example, work more on where we actually fuel management and pit stops can make more impact in a race result, like they do in F1. Hannah Schmidt, the strategist in Red Bull, she's like the most brilliant strategist on the whole F1 circus, but she makes the right calls constantly, no matter if there's rain or if there's punctures, the yellow safety cars, the yellow flag, a virtual safety car, and so forth. And that would be fun to bring that into racing as well, instead of just going in one track in circles, 20 minutes, and then change to the next track, go another 10-15 minutes, and then next track. That's not how racing goes. But I think they could add that. I guess that also plays in a little bit on the gamification, because I think you can do that with like a smart race app. You could include that. They have added now the DRS, for example, in the smart race app. So now when you are closer to another one, you get extra power and you can actually overtake one a little bit easier. So there you could use that. And I'm competing with myself with my pit stops as we're doing the endurance races. They're 20 minutes. So normally they are around 4 pit stops you have to do in 20 minutes. And I noticed that if I do everything well, the lap before and the lap after are crucial after a pit stop. So how fast can you be in the track before, so that you don't spend too much time driving too slow to make sure you don't miss the pit stop, and then also how long are you in the pit stop and how fast can you get up into race pace again. I've noticed that for me it takes about, the lap where I do a pit stop, it takes about 17 seconds. But I've also done 18, 19 seconds. Then I have a bad start after the pit stop, or I've been right under 17 when everything has just clicked and I did high pace in pit stop and then boom out and then continue racing in good speed. And also with that, when you have a full tank, your car should go a little bit slower, maybe 5% or so, just a little bit slower, and then you as you're getting lighter, the car would be faster towards the end. So that could also help you out towards the end of the race if you need to overtake someone, that you do short pit stops and just fuel up a little bit to keep the speed in your car. So that's that. And oh, here's my other one. This is a part of the hot topic, magnets or magless. I have been on my soapbox talking about magnets, that oh yeah, go magnets, but that's mainly because it's a lot easier to race for me and my less competent racing friends that I race with. And I've also been talking about downforce, that but it simulates downforce, like real F1 cars, they have downforce and it really keeps the car on the track. But when you think about it, which I forced myself to, and I challenged myself, I was actually wrong in that argument. Isn't that the real fuel cell? It's close, but it's not really there. I think there's more you can do to it than the real fuel setting on that one. But coming back to downforce, if we think about it, downforce gets stronger the faster you go. But if you're driving slow, there's no downforce on an F1 car. But with the magnet, you have a constant downforce no matter how fast you drive. Imagine having magnets that could move up and down. So the faster you drive, the lower the magnets will go. And when you slow down, the magnets will go up again. Because then you would really simulate the downforce that you actually have in the race car. With high speed, the wind pressing down the car, and then the floor and the wings and everything giving you downforce. You can easily do that by having a magnet that just moves a little bit. We're not talking about maybe a couple of millimeters only, just to lighten up a little bit when you're driving slow. Then you don't have so much magnetic force, and then when you speed up, it comes down and it sucks down to the road. I think that's also feasible. That could be done, and it would be really cool. At least in my world. But overall, some of these, what could it be, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different innovations that are not here yet. I think that it's all about how can we evolve the slot car hobby, right? And to make sure that it's more than a toy. I love it as a toy. I mean, don't take me wrong. I love it. I'm a child when I race almost every day, if I'm not working on it. So it's just it's a lot of fun as a toy as well. But it could take this up. Let's see. Yeah, exactly. It's a rad idea. I think it definitely could be. Oh yeah, thank you, Bryce. I like this. Thank you so much. But this could, besides being a toy, which it's doing a fantastic job at, it could be a living, breathing race simulation. Imagine having the VR headsets with the grandstand doing the cheering you when you pass by, and you can even have like the prize ceremony, or when the race is over, you could have fireworks in your VR headset, and then you could have the little guy coming up having a little podium, and champagne and everything could be done with that. And then a few sensors, little magnets going up and down, some additional tweaks to the race apps that we're using. I think we could get like a really nice race simulation out of our hobby, and then we can choose. I mean, like with anything else, you don't have to use all the options. Am I using all the options that you have in Smart Race, or that are available with the Carrier Track? Absolutely not. So there are days when I just race around and just drive around with I'm not taking time. I'm just enjoying seeing the cars, different cars driving around the track. Especially some of my low performance, like some of the fly cars, or I have some hobby classic cars that are, like model cars that are beautiful, and it's just fun to see them drive around the track. So, which is all great. Or I set up a couple of slow ghost cars, and then I just drive around with them and play and have fun. So, yeah. So that's it could be fun. What do we have? Bo. It is a digitally controlled, random generated system. Well, I think the AI part could be, for example, with ghost cars, learning the track and adapting to my skills. So if I'm constantly beating them, then they would, learn the track even better. So I think there are AI elements that could help. And also with the data analysis could also be part of it. So, yeah. So TED Talk. Well, hello. That's not a big label. Competing with the TED Talk, that would be fun. So I think a combination of digital features, some AI, some actual hardware in the cars, or in the track, we could do a lot more. So hopefully we get this one to some of our friends up there, or other hobbyists. I mean, kind of like what Pete, Joe, and the gang has done with slot sync racing. It's not one of the big. It's not Scale Auto or NSR, or it's a couple of hobbyists that are creating this fantastic website that's giving us so much more fun to play with our toy. So that was my little TED Talk on innovative things that we could add to the slot cars, and maybe spark some ideas. Of course, we have our German friend behind the Smart Race. Maybe there's some ideas in there that he could steal with pride. I have no copyright for any of my ideas, so just go ahead and steal them and use them or abuse them as much as you want. And maybe we see that in the next version of Smart Race, because that's another area where with each version there's so many new cool things that he keeps on adding into Smart Race, which I love. So that's awesome. And we, like, you have the weather element in there when it starts to rain, and then you have to go in and change to rain tires, and then you drive with it. If you don't do it, your car performance will be less. But if you have your VR with pass-through, you would actually see the rain as well as you're driving, and you see the spray from the cars, etc. So that could be so much cooler than it already is. So that was my little pre-Christmas live discussion, and maybe next time when Nico is with me, he's gonna slap me around for coming up with stupid, crazy ideas in the Slothead crew live. But hopefully not. We'll see if the master will slap me around for taking this to a whole different direction than what he wants. But I'm sure he's forgiving. So that was kind of all I had prepared for today, and I got some 5 endurance races to do now, tonight and tomorrow, and make sure I get my points into the system, and I also pay my dues for 2026. I'm going to sign up and pay the, I think it's a $20 fee or something small. It's not much for a whole year on Slot Sync Racing. So, but yeah, thank you, Bryce. You have a great rest of your day as well, and keep your notifications on in the channel, because I'm sure I cannot stay off YouTube until the next year. I will be online one way or the other, but it's probably not going to be the Fridays, because the Fridays are maybe not. I think there's some other commitments that are happening in at least one of the Fridays. I can't remember if it's the one right after Christmas or if it's the one around New Year's. But anyway, I'll be online, I'll be in the chats, I'll be checking out for every other person who's doing some lives, and be in the chat and talk with you guys. And also Discord, don't forget, if you want to continue discussions on these topics, or you have some other ideas how we can innovate and enhance our little hobby, get live on the Discord in the Slot Yard, and I keep my eye always on see if there's somebody live there, and we'll talk. But with that, let's keep it short and let's keep it sweet and not ramble like I always do. People laugh at me and saying I'm going to quit, and it takes 20 minutes before I quit. But with that, I wish everybody first of all, a big thank you for the year, the support you guys have been giving me in my channel, watching my videos, and also with Nico's and mine Slothead Crew Live. Really appreciate all the views that you guys are giving us in the comments and the activity in the chat, and so thank you for that, and looking forward. A fantastic Merry Christmas to all of you, and happy holidays, and hope you get to recharge your batteries with plenty of slot car racing and a lot of family time and time with friends and with yourself and your track. So with that, I'll say, like Bo actually says correctly here, we got slightly mad here, Merry Christmas all, and we got SPB, and then of course Bo says God Jul. That's Merry Christmas in Swedish. God Jul. And the funny part is that if you put an H in front of the J in Jul, that means tire. So happy tire. That you could say that God Jul. It pronounces exactly the same as God Jul. And with that, you know, F1. There's plenty of tires in F1. Oh, PBJ is here as well. Merry Christmas, and thank you for popping by and supporting the channel. So, and thank you all of you. So with that, Merry Christmas, and hopefully I see you before New Year's, but in case I don't, Happy New Year to all of you. Thank you so much.